Physics in Njegosh's Mountain Wreath, the physics of chaos, cosmology, and the nature time. Physics in Njegosh's Mountain Wreath. Of course, in his times, 1813 to 1851, Njegosh was too busy with the immediate problems as the ruler of Montenegro to be foreseeing the development of physics and philosophy. Yet, I will address his wisdom to the problems of contemporary physics, and the philosophy of physics, the physics of chaos and cosmology. Deism of Newton and Ontheism of Njegosh. Ontheism of Njegosh, God created nature as a separate entity. God is not nature, as in pantheism, albeit, in the unfolding of nature, God can interfere with nature's order. Ontheism. Newton's and Thomas Jefferson's deism. God created nature and nature's laws, and left her, as such, to unfold of her own, never to come back. Sir Isaac Newton referred to nature as the feminine principle and to God as the watchmaker. The unfolding of nature, the living matter, Darwin formulated in his celebrated books. Quite often, and falsely, Darwinism is cited by the second and third-hand learned ones as the proof against creationism. Darwin himself writes to Karl Marx, saying that his theory on evolution does not have anything to do with the existence, or non-existence, of the Supreme Being. Marx, in particular, never denied the existence of God. Njegosh on the nature of time. Time, Njegosh tells us, was taken out of chaos by God. Time had existed in chaos, meaning God had free time, and let it flow freely thereupon. In the flow of time, birth and death take place, making a human existence ephemeral, and existence, in general. Religions come to help, having a single purpose, which is the transcendence of time, meaning to make a human existence eternal. Njegosh implies that time was born, that time has the beginning, which is in accordance to the present-day Big Bang theory of our universe. Einstein had thought that time has no beginning. Aristotle's from everlasting to everlasting, until the Hubble experiments, the expansion of universe, proved him wrong. Einstein referred to this as the biggest blunder of his life, something like bowing low at the altar of stupidity. Documentary movie, released in 2009. Einstein's phrase, bowing low at the altar of stupidity, the blunders in the physics research. The Alexander Stefan Film Studios USA. Stefan University Terramedia, 2009. Njegosh about nature and nature's laws. Nature is the product of the hell disorder in her, the soul with the flesh is at war in her, the sea with the shore is at war in her, the cold with the hot is at war in her, the wind with the wind is at war in her, animal with animal is at war in her, people with people are at war in her, a human with a human is at war in her, the day with the night is at war in her, the spirit with the sky is at war. This is dialectics, a warlike one, creation-destruction. Of Heraclitus, Hegel, Marx, Darwin, and Freud. It is also dialectics, a benign form of it, of Taoism, Zen Buddhism, and Shinto, wherein the day and night, and cold and hot, are not really at war, but the participants of the happy cosmic dance. This is the dialectics employed, as a method by secret societies. Kabbalah and the Sufi mysticisms are excellent examples of the dialectical method. The witch in the Mountain Wreath uses this method to stir up the Montenegrin tribes against each other. Njegosh's walnut and Gale man's quark. Njegosh, in his The Mountain Wreath, says, "A hard-shelled walnut is a wondrous fruit. You do not break it, but you chop off your tooth. A hard-shelled walnut reminds me of the hadron particles, neutrons, and protons. It is difficult, impossible, to break a hard-shelled hadron and deconfine Gale-Mann's quarks. Gale-Mann. The Alexander Stefan. And Roger Revelle. Murray Gale-Mann. The Quark and the Jaguar. Adventures in the Simple and the Complex, 1994. Chaos and Njegosh's philosophy. Physics of nature. The eternal conflict order. Chaos is the focus of Njegosh's philosophy. In other words, he had been interested how chaos evolves into order. In Egypt of old, Seth is the ruler of chaos in eternal fight with Horus, the ruler of order. In Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, it is Lucifer who brings chaos into the world. The conflict is symbolically depicted by an Ouroboros snake in many cultures. Order out of chaos is the teaching of Kabbalah and Sufi mysticism, whereby order is brought about by the Supreme Being. In other mystical teachings, such as is the Illuminati mysticism, order is brought about by man through revolutions. Order out of chaos is addressed in the frame of physics by E. A. Prigozhin, among others. Research Trends in Physics series of the Institute for Advanced Physics Studies, Stefan University. According to the thermodynamic principle of the enhancement of entropy, our universe is doomed to end up in chaos. Not so, tells us modern physics theory on local self-organization of matter. Chaos, order, and nature. Chaos, or order. What was in the beginning? What comes first, chaos, or order, in the Big Bang theory? Aristotle would right away object the above questions, saying that our universe unfolds from everlasting to everlasting. There is no such a thing as the beginning, or the ending of time, so to speak. Often, a Nobel Prize-winning plasma physicist had similar opinion. Einstein had, too, until the Hubble experiments. The expansion of our universe proved him wrong. Einstein referred to this as the biggest blunder of his life. The Big Bang Genesis, and Einstein's biggest blunder. A documentary movie released in 2008 by the Alexander Stefan Film Studios USA. Stefan University Terramedia. Einstein's phrase, bowing low at the altar of stupidity, the blunders in the physics research. A documentary movie released in 2009 by the Alexander Stefan Film Studios USA. Stefan University Terramedia. According to Einstein's general theory of relativity, all that there is located on the surface of the expanding balloon we refer to as our universe. The nature of the expansion is the hot topic in modern-day cosmology. In 1991, John Archibald Wheeler of Princeton University was the guest of Institute for Advanced Physics Studies, Stefan University, giving the lecture in La Valencia Hotel, La Jolla, California, on the Big Bang Theory. He argued about the chaotic state before the expansion, placing chaos as the primordial state of our universe, as Njegosh had done in his times. Beauty and light. Njegosh considers beauty to be the essence of nature. God is the creator-artist. Beauty, as the principle in the physics research, is introduced by Einstein, and further emphasized by Dirac and Gale-Mann. If it is beautiful, a mathematical equation, then, most likely it is true. Truth and beauty are but one. For Njegosh, light was the beauty of nature, as had been for Goethe, and for Christian, Jewish, Kabbalah, and Islamic, Sufi, mystics, and, in general, for the mystical thought, Taoism, Zen Buddhism, Shinto, and Hinduism, among others. Space and time. For Njegosh, the purple light, in particular, was the embodiment of God's perfectness. His adoration of the sun, Njegosh expresses in his ode to the Sunday. Nature has the purpose that is accomplished continually in the flow of time by means of reason. The flow of time attests nature's purpose and nature's consciousness. and, in the flow of time, the laws of nature are created. Njegosh has a remarkable intuition. He sees space as expanding and into its deep interconnectedness between space, time, and motion, which is in accordance to the Einstein relativity paradigm. Causa-sui, cause-effect. For Njegosh, the Supreme Being is self-caused, the One. Causa-sui, there is no the cause-effect sequence as to the nature of the Supreme Being, and nature is created by the Supreme Being. The cause-effect sequence takes place in the nature of nature. Quob. The Giver, the Supreme Being. From Stefan's False Steph Trilogy. Obviously, Njegosh had a great intuition about nature and nature's laws.